didn't have a quorum.
We're good? Okay. Folks, please stand and join us with the pledge. Chief Austin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Heavenly Father, bless this assemblage. Grant us the wisdom to make our every decision fair-minded and in the best interest for all its residents. And please keep in our prayers the John Decrescenzo, Superintendent of Highways family, lost both grandparents, Mary and Joseph Ferraro. Thank you. Okay, welcome to the Town of Rye Board meeting, Tuesday, May 15, 2012. Hope, please call the roll.
Collins.
Present.
Mendicino.
Here.
Nioras. Villanova.
Here.
Carbon.
Very good. And I'll entertain a motion regarding the approval of the minutes of the April 17th meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Have a second?
Second.
And
Please
all
call
in
the roll.
favor? Okay.
Aye. Very good. Departmental reports.
Okay. Town clerk's report for April 2012, $1,792.17. For April of 2011, $2,254.60. Tax collections for the month of April, deposited to the supervisor of the Town of Rye, $23,309,854.69. Deposited to the treasurer of the Village of Portchester, $75,285.78. Deposited to the treasurer of the Village of Rye Brook, $40,276.24, a total of $23,425,416.71.
Okay, you have a copy of the Crawford Park report. The only thing, we're running pretty much on target with last year. We had a slow start, but if you'll notice, we had one of our first weddings of the season, and that one wedding brought in $2,300, again, based on the new pricing, the alcohol permit, and the additional requirements that alcohol brings. I did want to just take an extra moment during this time to introduce our new park caretaker, George Hogman. George, if you could stand up there for a second, just so everybody can see you. All right, so George has been getting himself familiar with the activities, the various activities at Crawford Park, introducing himself to the various groups that are there, and our event coordinators, our part-time event coordinators up there.
Right.
Very good. And Bishop, before you go away, just if we can, with this report, if you can throw a line in here for next month, because there has to be a variable expense that goes along with the use. I think we talked about this in the past. Is that something you can track?
I'm not sure what you mean by variable expense.
So, if let's say in April 2012 there were 72 events, and in April 2011 there were 85 events, and we're talking about the event coordinators. Obviously, if there's a lower amount of events, there should be less expense on our part as well, correct?
Yeah, the event coordinator expenses are supposed to float with the activity as a general rule.
Right. Can you put in an expense line on this report?
Like a P&L statement almost, like
right.
How much?
When you begin to get your your monthly town things, which you will get next month,
right.
I think you will see that. And it will be a byproduct. It's just we'll have to point out that particular line item to you.
Okay.
All right. But recognize that because of the lag in the payroll period, in terms of people actually incur the hours during the event, and at the end of the month there may be a lag because the pay period actually falls in the following month. It doesn't correlate directly on a month-to-month basis.
Would the accountant be able to accrue that into the proper month?
I'd have to ask the accountant to see if there's a methodology. I'm sure there's a methodology to do it. It's just a question of trying to get it done properly.
Okay, very good. Thank
Okay.
you. Okay. Comments from the public. Goldie,
Sorry,
don't
I
apologize.
thought it might be later, after Ralph and the band, American Legion Band. I'm an American Legionnaire, and when I heard the American Legion Band was being honored, I said, oh my God, I got to go and see them. So they're here, thank God. And, okay, what I'm about to say is I represent a lot of people, basically seniors, basically veterans, some disabled people, and people who have lost their jobs. We are still in a recession, depression in the village of Portchester. And if you go down the streets in Westchester Avenue, Main Street, north and south, everything, you will see empty stores. There are big problems. People stop me. They leave me messages on my cell phone. Wherever I go, I get stopped. Please help, please help, please help. One of the main problems is, and I'm sorry, Mitch, to bring this up, but the main problem is taxes. Our taxes in Portchester are killing us. Our assessments, I was told, and I say it myself, are all wrong because they do not take into consideration age, condition, and location. And people are overassessed in the village of Portchester. There are a lot, if you look in the newspapers, there are a lot of residentials and properties that are not being sold because our taxes are too high. We are a low-income to a middle-income community. We are not an elitist community, okay? We can't afford our taxes the way they are. Many houses, if you go down the streets, have for sale signs all over, but they can't get them sold because nobody will buy in this area. Especially right now on Fox Island Road, where we have a county sewage treatment plant, and they're building all kinds of housing down there. There are no elitists that are going to live next to a county sewage treatment plant that every once in a while misfires and the stench will kill you going up and down. We have the Metro North system going down there. They also have a lot of noise coming from the Metro North system, so they aren't going to live down there. There are problems in Portchester I can't solve, but maybe government can solve them. Maybe government will realize that we are taxpayers and citizens of this community, and we need help. We need help. They need help with taxes, especially those that have been laid off for work. And a lot of companies are laying off people from work. And they haven't got enough money to pay all their bills. Everything's gone up. Our taxes are going up in the schools. Our taxes are going up in our gas bills, our electric bills, everything, even the car bills. We can't do that, and those people can't do it, especially those that lost their jobs, especially seniors who are living on Social Security. Some of them on pensions, some of them only on Social Security. There are a lot of people who are not able to do anything because they are disabled. They just can't do anything. So please, government must help. Government lives off the people. Our taxes, you have to remember, their pay and their benefits in government come from the taxpayers. Please, we need help. You got to get our taxes down in this time of recession, depression. And in Portchester, that's what we've got.
Thanks, Goldie.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. I come here every month just to listen to you.
Well, right.
Okay. Who's next? Anyone? Okay. So the best thing we're going to do now is go right into the presentation this evening. And I think Mr. Arcara. And then we'll call up also Mr. Ciruili.
Hand them out.
Well, we will. We'll do a presentation first.
I want you to make it.
Yeah, very good. And this we're good to go. And we're going to have a presentation now. Is that the best light for that? Is that good? Okay. For the Portchester American Legion Post 93 band. How's that? Good? Good.
One more. Take this one.
Is that good?
Can you say?
Can't see anything.
Is it still too light?
It's better now.
Okay.
Should we turn this one on?
Okay. Title I Supervisor, Carver, and title officials, ladies and gentlemen. Portchester has a long music tradition that began with the Mercury Band back in the 1880s. John Philip Sousa was a guest conductor. This influence was felt in the presence of Robert Mertz, a great-grandson of George Mertz, as the trombonist and member of the American Legion Band. Through the whole school system, especially the high school, Portchester produced many excellent musicians, some of whom were members of the famous dance bands and orchestras. Nana Polari, who is with us this evening, is an example. Nana, will you please stand up?
Stand up. Stand up.
He was a member of the Tommy Dorsey Band. After World War II, I felt that the tradition should continue, and thought of forming a brass band at the American Legion Post. I made many calls to possible members, but only 4 men responded: John Buzzio, Sal Sabia, Louis Tropiano, and Joseph Turi. With their help, more people joined. Former high school band members were our main resource. Our goal was to participate in the yearly Memorial Day Parade. The goal was met on May the 30th, 1949, with 18 musicians. From the original 5 men, in time the band reached a membership of 68 musicians, and because it became widely recognized in the state of New York, in New York City, and other parts of the county. During the course of 62 years, the band played at many different venues: the 1965 New York World's Fair, the Connecticut State Firemen's Convention, having won first prize for 6 consecutive years, the New York City German Steuermann Parade, and for other important occasions. We won countless trophies, some of which are on display at the American Legion Hall. The longevity of the band can be credited with many dedicated members, among them the 5 original members and Josh Studwell, Clifford Vernon, drum major Hubie Crack, and most of all, Anthony Bubico Sr., who provided leadership, organizational ability for many years. After his passing, his son Anthony Bubico Jr. and his wife Rory Studwell Bubico took over this responsibility. A unique and most dedicated old-timer was Sid Orlovitz, the business manager, who personally loaned us the money to purchase the band's first full uniforms.
Yes, Greg.
On behalf of the American Legion Band, I'd like to thank the town of Rye for its recognition of many years of service to the community. I'd also like to mention the direct help of Mr. Bishop Nowotnik, David Thomas, and also Greg. Thank you all. At this time, I'd like to make a presentation to the Supervisor, Carvin, for the town of Rye. It is a photo of the American Legion Band marching with one of our top drum majors, Ruby Craig. Thank you.
You have something there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure. Right back later. Can you get everybody together there?
Yep, very good. You know what? You stand in the front with the pretty women.
short women.
Great. One more. Good.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is so great.
That was taken in 1966.
Oh, wow.
Good, good. And then,
And right here.
okay, good.
We're going to keep this here with us. We're going to put this in the supervisor's office.
Right.
And we also have some recognition for the band members that are here tonight.
Right.
Where was this taken?
That was taken in Stamford, Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
1966.
Bedfordshire, right?
What church is this, you know?
We'll take notes on that so we can make a note of it.
This was taken.
I think that's the...
My uncle was there.
Really?
This is St. John's? If this is St. John's Church, this is now a basilica where the Pope can say Mass.
Wow.
If this is what it is, yeah.
Was Uncle Johnny in there? Uncle Johnny in there?
That's what I should...
I kid you.
That's beautiful. Okay.
Johnny Buzzio. See
Oh, really?
in that picture? John Buzzio.
I'd have a picture.
Okay. We're gonna hand these out, and you know what we'll do?
Want to come down here?
You girls come, you ladies. And I'll just I'll call the names, and I guess I'll give these to you then, right?
Hooray.
Okay. Hey Bob, how are you?
Hi, Bob.
Okay. Bob.
Here, look at that.
Maybe here in the center?
Yeah, I'll give it to them. Okay. And these are the Town of Rye Distinguished Service Awards, and I'm going to read one of them, and then I'll read the names aloud, and we'll have them presented. It's from the Town of Rye. The Distinguished Service Award will be presented to, and the first person happens to be Chief Austin. The town is proud to honor you for volunteering your talent to the Portchester American Legion Band Post 93 and enabling it to become such an accomplished and well-respected organization. Since its formation on March 7th, 1949, this band has performed throughout New York metropolitan area in countless parades and celebrations, bringing joy to thousands of listeners. So on behalf of the town of Rye, with grateful appreciation for providing an invaluable service to the Portchester American Legion Band Post 93, Town Supervisor Joseph Carvin and the entire Town Council present you with this Distinguished Service Award in recognition of your many years of community service, and this is signed on the 15th day of May by Joseph Carvin. So this is for Chief Austin. Chief Austin? Henry Baritone? Greg, we'll get everybody at one shot, okay? Anthony Bubico Jr. Ralph Ciruili.
Here he is.
Here he is. You didn't have to go far. Walter McDonald. Ann Rebuffo. Daniel Rebuffo. Jerry Smith. John Teleska. And Bishop, are we missing anyone?
I think we have everybody that's here.
We have Nino Pilati.
Nino is here.
And who else are we missing? Somebody help me. And I want to say your name for the record.
Laurie Studwell.
Laurie Studwell. Bubico.
Hi, Lori.
I don't know if we have them.
Okay.
Greg, did you put them downstairs? Okay. We'll get them.
Get you guys a little closer so we can get you on the picture.
We're going to get Councilman Nioras coming in.
Yeah, can you guys all get...
No, you stay right in front. Very good. Stay right here with Nino.
Stay down here so no one can see me.
Okay.
Hit the duck.
Oh.
We're done?
No. Got to get just a little closer on the left there and a little closer on the right.
All right.
Come on, Nino. Squeeze it.
Should we get it in front? Hey, now we got it. Thank you. Thank you.
It's close.
One more. Pretty. How about some music, man? How about like a song? They brought their instruments.
Nino. This is Laurie.
Thank you again. You're not leaving with that picture now, are you? Oh, no. Oh, okay.
How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's nice. Who decided to do that?
Thank you.
It's very nice. Absolutely. Okay. Mr. Deputy Supervisor, get back up here. Thank you.
I'll take a picture of you. I'll take a picture. Mr. Carter.
Stuck it.
That's what I was going to say.
I love it.
The mystery of the missing two folders. Two people's folders. Where did they go?
Oh, wow.
That's what I think Bishop went to go.
Oh, all right. It's the work in some order.
Mr. Villanova, that's
Stay there. Remember, that's your mom.
He's one of 7. There's one sister and the other poor lady. I know. And the only one's married. Father still cooks everything. Hi, handsome. Oh, here. Oh, wow. It was here.
It was.
What are you looking for?
Hi, Bob.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, how are you?
Good, good.
So did you sign up?
What?
Did you sign up?
Oh, he's supposed to call, he called me twice on Saturday, and I told him call me Monday. He didn't call me Monday.
Right.
And he's supposed to call me, I gotta get back to him, but yeah, I plan to.
Oh, good.
It's good, I liked it. I took a tour of it on
It's
Saturday.
nice. I mean, it's not huge.
Let's do the resolutions
You
first.
they have everything.
How do you do that?
Okay.
You look smiley. I am.
Okay, we're still running, Tom?
We're still
All right,
running.
good. Well, that was great. It was good to celebrate the American Legion Band. They deserve it, and we're very lucky community to have such dedicated people. Okay, we're going to move right into communications and resolutions. A, Hope.
Okay, this is for the Independence Day donation. Do you all approve the
Is this the same
3,000?
as last year?
Last year was 3,500,
Yes, I think,
but this year in the budget was only 1,500, so that's why you have to decide.
How much are you
okay.
giving? I can't hear.
3,000.
$3,000?
Well, that's what's on the agenda.
well, I'm sorry.
If
Hope,
with,
Hope, what is, this is budgeted for 1,500?
I brought the budget
Our
just to,
budget.
On the back page.
On the back page, last
Oh,
year
yeah,
was
that's
1,500
right.
budgeted.
All right, and then this year budgeted is 3,000 because we made an adjustment.
Okay,
okay.
so $3,000. What
Hold
the
on, hold on,
Independence
Goldie.
Committee is getting?
no.
You're going ahead of us.
I'm in the Independence Committee.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you at the end. I just went down to 2,900. All right.
Okay, no, that's right,
Okay,
this is
so we
3,000.
had the, for last year was 15, this year's 3.
Right.
And we did 3 because we adjusted the budget, because we adjusted what we were donating all the way around.
All right.
Okay?
Motion
It's
to
3, because
accept.
it wasn't...
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Very good. Okay, that was Independence. Goldie, that was $3,000, okay?
Put it down.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
for B.
number B.
We got the okay from the
Try to see who's
Rye
paying
Neck.
attention out there. Nobody's awake.
I said let it be.
That's
I'm paying attention.
good.
I don't have a B in my package.
No, you
No,
won't, because at the
Okay.
time when these went out, we didn't have the resolution, only because we didn't have the okay, but we did hear from the Rye Neck School District, and we're going to have the meeting there, the next meeting.
Same date,
On
though?
what day?
Same date.
Okay,
Right.
so you're just
Oh,
moving it
same
to
date.
the Rye Neck High
Right,
School?
mm-hmm.
You don't need a, well, you can
So
vote
that'll
on
be the
it.
19th?
Yes, it's the
Yeah,
same
June
night as the
19th.
Board of Assessment and Review and
So the
Maple.
resolution is that the meeting of June 19th will be held at the Rye Neck High School.
Very
Okay.
good. Have a motion for that?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. And C, now this is the resolution to award the bid for the South Barry Avenue Bridge, West Sidewalk Rehabilitation. Mr. Decrescenzo, you want to give us an update on this? Sure. Please, thank you.
Do you want this?
I have it. I have a copy from
Okay, we
All right,
put the sidewalk work out to bid last month, and we received 6 proposals for the project. And they ranged in price from $8,700 to $24,000 for the repair of the sidewalk. And our engineers, Ottoman Kirby, looked at all the bids and looked at the low bidder, did his due diligence, checked references, and it came back that they're a very reputable company and that they recommend that we award the bid to them at $8,711 to do the sidewalk repair work.
Any discussion from the board?
Yeah, I have one question. There was a wide range in the...
Very wide range.
So did anyone investigate as to why they were so disparate?
Well, Ottoman Kirby, Tom Ottoman said that you're going to get from very, very low to very high because of the type of work with concrete and a few other things that we had asked for.
Yeah, generally when I get a wide range like that, I anticipate someone misinterpreted the contract or what we were proposing.
He didn't think so. When he evaluated, he evaluated each and every proposal, and he looked at the lowest one, thinking that maybe something wasn't in there or something was
Right.
missing.
Right.
But
They're all covering the same services.
everybody did their due diligence, and he evaluated it and recommended that we go with this company. And their references were very good. We followed up with their references, and all their other customers seemed to be very satisfied with their work.
Great, thank you.
Okay, and Ottoman Kirby they've done good work for us. I would say great work for us in the past, and
Yeah.
I expect that this would continue to fall under that.
I'm very comfortable with their assessment and their evaluation.
Very good. So we'll entertain a motion on this resolution.
Motion to approve.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Very good. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Okay, next is, well, you may want to stay there. D, this is, oh no, this is the bonding. Okay, I'm sorry. Is that right?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Mr. Burns. Okay, bridge improvements.
Well, you have 4 resolutions, D through G, which are all related to the capital plan and bonding for the capital for 2012-2013. In your packet, you have the resolutions. You also have a capital... Oh, okay. Sure. You also have a capital plan summary and a debt service schedule. Tonight,
How are you?
we're asking to approve 3 bonding resolutions for the borrowing up to $2 million for different parts. $1,850,000 is for bridge improvements and repairs. $122,800 is for Rye Town Park capital improvements and Crawford Park improvements, and the other $27,200 is for equipment purchases. The capital plan summary that you have in front of you looks like this. It's in your packet.
All right.
That's the debt service. That's the debt service.
I have a lot of papers.
Capital plan summary.
Much paper.
I know. That's all right.
I don't have that. I have the debt service.
The debt service is how the town is going to pay for the capital
That one's left on here. Is that-
bonding, and then the capital plan summary.
I don't have it.
Take mine.
Okay.
I don't have one either.
Oh, yeah, I saw this one. Oh, here it is. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in there.
Okay, all right. What we identified,
No, that's
Bishop Nwadnik working with the engineers, Eastern
That's not what
Architects.
I'm talking about. I'm talking
Have
capital.
you located? Okay. The architects have identified the town responsibility for improvements and needed over the next 10 years is in excess of $5,100,000. We are asking today to approve $2 million of resolutions to go out for bonding, and most of that is due to bare necessities and work related to the bridges. There are still $3,100,000 improvements that the town can review and consider, but right now we can determine how we're going to pay for these $2 million bonding. You are only...
Do you have another copy of that?
Capital plan summary?
Yeah, because I don't seem to have that in my package.
Is that in the packet? Yes, it was.
Just make a copy of the Bishop.
Why don't I run and make a copy if you don't, because they're...
We don't have that. I don't think any of us have that.
Okay. This one?
From your meeting.
Okay. Yeah.
Because, so when he comes back, would you be
Okay.
able to go through, like, what is, we're going to use, like, be more specific other than various equipment,
That's what I'm hoping that shows.
yeah, park improvement, land you know.
It's the total...
We're going to acquire parkland? Is that, it says parkland acquisition?
No, the debt service schedule is
already acquired.
That's what,
Acquired.
no, that was acquired, remember, in the previous administration, Michelle. It's the place next to Crawford Park.
Elm Hill Park.
Elm Hill Park?
No, not at all. It was the Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, right. Yes.
I might as well start on the debt service schedule.
Okay, start on the
The
debt.
debt service schedule is the current responsibility, the debt service payments that are due each year from 2012 to 2020. The parkland was a 10-year bond for $700,000 to purchase the parkland at Crawford Park, and the last payment due on that is in the year 2014. It's a $70,000 a year principal payment plus interest that's due on that bond.
Is there any reason why you broke out the interest and principal payments separately on that?
That's just how we record. We record the principal payments as in one category and the interest as another. There's also the Wright Town Park roof project that was approved in 2010. That was for $658,000, and that runs out for 10 years. And those are the bond payments on that as well as the interest. So in our budget each year, we have to plan for, if you look at the total debt service payments for 2012, it's $204,953. We are proposing this $2 million approval tonight for resolutions for bridges and other improvements, totaling $2 million, and the plan is to go out and ban that for 2 years, pay interest on that, and then convert that into different bonds. In year 3, at that point, we would be done paying off the parkland acquisition and still be able to manage these payments without increasing taxes or any other
So it
expenses.
says that you have that the capital equipment was acquired in 2007. Isn't it going to be paid off this year if it's a 5-year term?
Yeah, the capital equipment, yes. That was the last year's, right, that was paid
So
off.
then what would this F be for, where it says various equipment 5 years?
That is the new equipment that's being proposed, that's needed for the town.
What new
Bishop, you
equipment?
may have more insight of the specific improvements.
That's primarily computer equipment, desktop type equipment. Many of our machines are 8, 9, and 10 years old, and they really should be replaced on a 5-year cycle. So that's what we're trying to do is look at the oldest equipment and recommend that 4, 5, or 6 computers be replaced each year.
But this isn't for like trucks and
No.
stuff?
No.
Gotcha.
And the other aspect of that is just when we were talking about the equipment. We went off of a kind of a vicious cycle of leasing, releasing, and releasing. So all of that ended, and so it brought our expenses way down as far as the equipment that we're using and purchasing. It took us off of that cycle, and this way we could just purchase the equipment, and we're controlling the aspect as far as financing, and really have a better handle on what we specifically need.
Realize a lot of this capital is being generated by the Jefferson Avenue Bridge,
Right.
which the town's responsibility is $1.7 million. So we're asking for you to approve $2 million. And the reason why you have 3 resolutions for borrowing is because depending on the type of improvement, you can go out longer. For bridges, we can go out over 20 years. We can go up to 20 years. We may look to borrow for less if we can manage the payments in the debt service. Right now, we are projecting we can manage the debt service payments over a 15-year payback. But tonight, you're not approving the length of the borrowing. You're approving the ability to borrow.
Can you tell me what this Rye Town Park capital of 31.8 is for?
That is that was approved by the Wright Town Park Commission on April 17th.
Are we going to make repairs?
Is $53,000 improvements down at the beach that was approved. The town of Rye's portion is $31,800.
Okay.
There are.
And what was that for, though?
It was for the showers, middle gate, and automatic arms down at the beach.
What about the roof in the bathhouse?
No. That was not approved. See, the Rye Town Park Commission, if they approve improvements, and then the town of Rye has a responsibility how they're going to pay for that, either through bonding or through paying. So that's why it's not included in the capital summary.
We now have the Rye Town capital plan. This is just a summary of the good work that the Councilman Nioras did earlier this year, correct?
The work he did, the work that Easton Architects worked with Bishop all together, this is just
But
a
this is-
summary.
well, in
Behind
other
it
words-
is the detail of all the items that were reviewed for the next,
But this told us 14 million.
for Wright Town Parks, right. That's excluded from,
Right, so, but I'm just in terms of what we should be looking at here, this is just as by way of background.
yes, the 5 million in total is just the town of Rye, this board's ability.
Yeah, I guess.
But my point is, you're asking for 2 million in bonding tonight.
Yes.
We've got 14 million, of which 5 million is the town of Rye here.
Well, it's actually 14 million, it's actually 19 million, because
19,
14 million,
sorry, 19
yeah, it's 19 million.
So this is just by way of background, correct?
Yes, just to give you
Say that we've already talked about it.
this is what we're asking for tonight is 2 million, really is the bare necessities that the town has
Right.
responsibility for 2012 and 2013.
And Mr. Burns, is it okay if we take these three resolutions and approve them together?
Well, I have a few more questions about this before we proceed to resolutions. So the repairs and this bond offering here is going to cover, for the most part, bridge repairs.
Correct.
Okay, which should be, I think I included it in my version of this capital plan. I don't know if it's on this one. But there's some additional items in the capital plan that I don't see included within this bond. Is the intent to go out and bond for those separately, or is this the only bonding we will be doing at this point in time in this fiscal year?
Well, there's additional projects that are listed there. What we did was the bare minimums of what we can afford to pay because of the extent of the bridge, the dollar amount of the bridge, the impact on the budget.
Well, that's my question. My question is, how much debt capacity do we have?
Well, it's just whatever we can fall out in the annual budget. The debt service. If you're looking out in the debt service schedule, it is increasing in year 2015, but we're able to manage that.
Have we done any analysis to figure out what's our maximum debt service we can support, or what's a comfortable level of debt service?
In this current budget environment, we're pretty close to it with this resolution. Now, we can go out longer, and then, again, tonight you're not approving...
No, I understand that. I'm just trying, I think what would be helpful, after I presume we'll approve this tonight, but after tonight, if you could do some work on our debt capacity.
Okay.
In other words, there's obvious metrics in the industry, and just eyeballing it, I would have thought we could double our debt capacity. So, I'm just saying, so $320,000 at our high. We got a $3.3 million budget. I would have thought, and we've got a fund balance of over $1 million, and so, or close to $1 million. I would have thought. Now, you may not be able to eliminate taxes if you do this.
Well, that's right.
So, but my point is, what's the, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. If we just get a little bit of memo and analysis for next time, I don't think it's relevant tonight, but just what is our debt capacity? Because, we have all-time low interest rates.
Exactly.
All-time low, costs, right? The economy's letting us back. This might not be a bad time to move forward with some additional.
I think you want to look at also at the detail of the capital plan of the projects, the additional projects within the town that you consider priority. Almost like what Wright Town Park did, they identified priority A and priority B of the projects that you feel necessary for the next number of years, and then we'll look to see what the costs are related to that. But I can run some numbers on the debt service.
Mr. Burns, just to follow up, close to $2 million of this is for a bridge. It's mandated. We have to satisfy that. That's a no-brainer. As far as the capital plan, which Councilman Nioras put together, which was very good, I don't feel comfortable moving forward with any capital plan projects until we have a better understanding of what we're doing with the town of Rye. We're in the middle of a study for dissolution. We're waiting on a report from CGR. And, if these communities somehow blend or change how they operate, there may be a different option there as far as financing. So I want to...
I think that's a good suggestion. Now, I think we've effectively tried to stay with a limited, as you're suggesting, Deputy Supervisor Villanova. So I think because we got the